If your pricing strategy is based on what the company across town charges, you're letting someone else decide how much money your business makes. So let's talk about why that's one of the biggest pricing mistakes that contractors make. Most business owners I talk to are busy. They're booked out, they've got a great reputation, they're doing everything right. But when they actually sit down and look at their numbers, something doesn't quite add up. The profit doesn't match the effort, and it's usually not a sales problem. It's a visibility problem. I'm Shannon Howard. I work with HVAC owners, electricians, plumbers, and contractors to uncover hidden profit, fix those leaks, and help you keep more of what you earn. This is Profit Isn't an Accident. Hey everyone, welcome back to Profit Isn't an Accident, where we help contractors and service-based business owners keep more of what they earn. I want to start today's episode with a question that I hear almost every single week. Shannon, what are those other companies charging? Or my competitor only charges this much, so I have to stay competitive. Can I be honest? I couldn't care less what your competitor charges. Seriously, because I don't know their business. I don't know their overhead. I don't know if they're profitable or not. I don't know if they're barely hanging on. And I don't know if they're paying themselves. I don't know if they're buried in debt. I don't know if they're winning or if they're just surviving. Yet every single day I watch business owners build their entire pricing strategy around companies that they know almost nothing about. So think about that. You're trusting someone else's pricing without knowing whether it's actually working for them. That's like copying answers from the kid next to you during a test without knowing if they're failing too. And believe me, a lot of businesses look successful from the outside. They've got new trucks, busy crews, they've got a nice shop. Heck, they've got a great social media post. Meanwhile, they're borrowing money to make payroll. So don't confuse activity with profitability. Here's something that every owner needs to understand. Your business isn't your competitor's business. Maybe they own their building and you lease yours. Maybe they have 10 years of retained earnings. You're investing every dollar back into your growth. Maybe their insurance costs are lower. Maybe your technicians earn more. Maybe you provide better benefits. Maybe you answer the phone 24/7 while they don't. Maybe your callbacks are half of theirs. Every one of those things affects pricing. Yet owners ignore all of it. Instead, they're asking, what's everyone else charging? Wrong question. The better question is, what do I need to charge to build a healthy, profitable business? And that's the only number that matters, because your customers, they're not paying for your competitors' costs. They're paying for yours. Here's another myth that I'd love to kill. The lowest price wins. No, the best value wins. So think about your own buying habits. When you need surgery, do you get on your phone and Google the cheapest surgeon? When your roof leaks, do you hire whoever's cheapest? Probably not. You want someone you trust, someone who communicates, someone who shows up, someone who does quality work. Business owners forget that customers buy confidence, not just price. In fact, competing on price alone usually attracts the exact customers that you don't want. The ones asking for discounts, the ones who question every single invoice, the ones who call 5 contractors and choose whichever is cheapest. That's not your ideal client. Your goal isn't to be the cheapest. Your goal is to be worth your price. When you deliver exceptional service, when you communicate well and you solve problems, price becomes one part of the decision, not the entire decision. So here's my challenge for you this week. Stop asking, what are my competitors charging? And start asking, what does my business need? What margins do you need? What profit do you want? What owner's paycheck are you trying to create? What cash reserve do you want in the bank? How much do you want left after every job? Those are the questions that should determine your pricing, not the guy across town, because here's the truth. If your competitor raises prices tomorrow, would you automatically raise yours? Probably not. So why are you letting them determine your price today? Build your prices from your numbers, know your costs, know your margins, know your profit targets. Then charge with confidence, because confidence comes from knowing your numbers, not from watching your competition. So if today's episode made you think differently about pricing, share it with another business owner who's stuck competing on price. The more owners who understand profitability, the stronger our businesses and our communities become. So thanks for joining me for another episode of Profit Isn't an Accident. And until next time, remember, revenue feeds your ego and profit feeds your family. If this hit, there